What do you think, man? I'm trying to swing my legs.
You look very sharp today.
I'm trying to tell you, it's the green juice, baby.
It's the green juice. You're glowing.
And look, and speaking of green,
the green juice.
I'm gonna see that transition. I was gonna read it. And speaking of green, we have Tyrone Jones and Barry Sharpe of Bloom Energy. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for coming. Bloom Energy, okay. 10 years. 10 years in Newark, right? In Delaware. First of all, can you explain to the people that don't know about Bloom, who Bloom is and what Bloom is?
Well, Bloom Energy is a fuel cell company. We make clean electricity that powers many companies and even partners with utilities around the world. It started in Silicon Valley, and I came on board 10, 11 years ago to be able to launch our second facility in Delaware. So we started by building the first resident on the Star campus at the University of Delaware, and we've been building ever since.
Yeah, you guys haven't slowed down.
No.
Haven't slowed down.
Well, this is employee number 1, right?
Right.
So,
Wozniak, Woz. All right, so how'd you get this guy? How'd you hook up with Tyrone? Because Tyrone, everybody knows Tyrone.
That's how we hooked up with this guy. Right? So we said, who's the guy we need to be able to make the name aware in Delaware and connect us with all the right organizations. And Tyrone's been fantastic to put us into the community functions that we really highlight and want to do. And so he does know everyone and all the right people.
That's right.
Well, I could appreciate the comment, but right place, right time.
Right.
I mean, and organizations have to marry who you are and what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And this is something I'm very passionate about. How do we create clean energy that's affordable to everybody throughout the world?
Right.
And for us as a company, we have a map that appears in our facility, and it's a map that our CEO K.R. Sridhar, who is the founder and CEO of this company, it's a map of the world at night. And if you look at that map and you look at all the dark spaces, you ask yourself the question, why do those dark spaces exist?
Right.
Because there's a lack of power, there's a lack of energy, there's a lack of electricity. And not just in the form of electricity and the distribution of electricity, we're just talking about in general economic power, education power. We're talking about understanding the global changes that are taking place around our world. So this was near and dear to me, so it made it very easy to transition from where I was to what I'm doing now, which is supporting the company in a way that allows for us to grow in terms of our workforce and grow in terms of our reputation and brand awareness, because we're a company that has been thriving over the past 10 years or so, and it's under the leadership of Barry.
Nice.
Now I have a question for you, Tyrone. Are you from Delaware?
I'm not originally from Delaware, but they say that you can never say you're from Delaware, but I've been here for almost 40 years after graduating from the University of Delaware.
You're officially Delawarean.
I've been here. I've grown to love this state and to love what we can do. There's one thing that I always follow, and that's something that Senator Carper always said. He says, Delaware is an opportunity, to be the state of first. To be a model for the country, and global. And Bloom puts us in that position. Working with a company like Bloom, it puts us in that position because we were the first. To really focus on a solid oxide fuel cell that's transforming it into energy that can be used for commercial purposes and industrial purposes and so forth. So we're positioned well to make Delaware a great place for clean energy to be produced here.
Right. And it just seems like the way Barry has spoke upon you, and then Ivan as well, it seems that you're very rooted. And you're rooted in the state. So that's why I was asking. I was like, okay, you're clearly a big impact for Bloom. And as Barry's was mentioning, and also Ivan touched on. So, reason I ask, are you from Delaware? You're so passionate about what you're doing. You're passionate about your position at Bloom. So it shows right away, just from the the first few seconds of speaking with you.
Well, I mean, you surround yourself with people who are going to teach you how to first and foremost, be respectful of your elders and be respectful of the community in which you live. And I've had an opportunity to do that. I've had an opportunity to have a lot of mentors, from Art Boswell to Hicks Anderson to a Jay Street, to all these individuals who have been consistently in the community and of the community and understood the community, but they also understood the development of other people that need to be positioned in order to be a part of the community and change community.
That's right.
And again, it's the same thing that we do at Bloom. It's being able to be a part of a community, to shift and change the way people engage one another, in the way we engage our employees, and make sure that our employees are rooted in the community and so forth. And that's what it's about. Being a good corporate citizen is about being part of the root. Not being a part of the tree, but being part of the root.
Now, I had the opportunity to speak to Barry, and Barry Sharpe is the Vice President of Manufacturing at Bloom, and I had the opportunity to speak to him offline, and the same things that you're saying, what you're saying is what he said as well. You know, development, support, community, and I was so shocked because you have corporations that come to Delaware that only thing that they're really concerned and they hide behind is their bottom line. But what I see with Bloom is Bloom really cares for not just the employees that work there, but the community as well, right? So I also got a chance to talk to some of the employees there, and they were screaming the same thing. It was like someone, like they didn't have a script, but it was real. You could see that these people were heartfelt of what they were speaking and reflections of Bloom, right? And you guys celebrated 10 years. 10
Congratulations.
years. And how has that been like inside just the community of Bloom?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I mean, I think some of the employees that have only been here for 2 or 3 years. We've grown dramatically in the last 2 or 3 years. We're over 800 people now, and some of those were surprised with how we started. But the amazing part were the people that had been here 5, 6 years and thought they were from the beginning, and they realized where we really started, right? With 13 people building our first fuel cell, in 2013. And to kind of capitalize on the culture part, right? So it began from the top, right? So the CEO gave me 3 directives coming to Delaware, and he says, build the factory of the 21st century, build a workforce of the 21st century, and become an integral part in the Delaware community. The first 2 was my forte, right? 25 years in automotive with Ford and Toyota. I came in, created the culture and the lean manufacturing concept, and was able to grow the manufacturing process. And then the building, the grassroots part of working with different organizations within the Delaware community has allowed us to keep building what that groundwork is. And then Tyrone coming in and helping us make contacts with many, many more organizations in the last few years has really helped us be able to make that culture within our workforce, not only internal, but also out in the community as well.
Yeah, and speaking of community, perfect segue. I love these segues, right? No, perfect segue, Stars and Strides.
Exactly.
All right, what is? I know what it is. Can you tell the people at home that's watching what Stars and Strides is and what it means to Bloom?
Well, let me say something real quick, because you made mention of, he made mention, when Ty came, there's a lot more people who are part of this foundation that has been laid, and I just want to give a shout out to Brian Horsey for helping to lay the foundation for the work that I'm continuing to do for Bloom on behalf of Bloom. And one of those things is Stars and Strides. I mean, there was an engagement that took place, 4 or 5 years ago, and if not from the beginning, with the Delaware National Guard, working with our veterans community and working with those who are connected to the military. And, that inspired us to say, what more can we do?
Right.
What more can we do as a company? And so we had initiated a Stars and Strides event out in California, which focused on providing, raising dollars to support healthcare organizations. And we said, okay, what can we do to emulate something that had taken place, in California? And here we were, great opportunity to say, okay, let's be the focus. Let's help provide more resources for organizations that are supporting our veterans and supporting those who are serving in the military. And then how can we do that? We said, let's put together 5K, walk, run. And last year was our inaugural event, and this year's our second annual Stars and Strides.
And people are excited about it.
They are. I mean, to the degree where we have new sponsors like Comores stepping up and stepping in to want to not only participate but be present at the event. You have Diamond State Recycle, who's also stepping up, and then a number of other small businesses, organizations that just want to contribute and donate and also be a part of. So this year, we're hosting the Stars and Strides on November 11th, Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
Excellent.
Veterans Day.
Wow.
At the UD Star campus, right in front of Bloom Energy facility.
And if you don't know where Star Campus is, it's where Chrysler used to be. Let me say it like that, because everybody remembers Chrysler.
Everybody remembers Chrysler.
Yeah.
And I think we all do, obviously.
I was there in chassis.
The legacy of it and the loss of it, but we're regaining, and what UD is doing in terms of Star Campus as a whole. You got 3,000 people who are working there. You got innovative companies that are coming there now, setting up shop. So that there's connection to research and development and economic development and so forth. But here's an opportunity for everybody to come together around a critical community initiative, to support companies like Delaware National Guard Youth Foundation, Stop Soldier Suicide. You mentioned Bride DeSabatino, who has been in the forefront of that, as well as other organizations that are supporting homeless veterans, including the food bank. We're going to be asking folks who come and participate and want to participate to bring a can of food to support homeless veterans and those who are in need. And you mentioned it during your segment about how important it is to give back in terms of providing people with food. So, we just want to be a part of.
Right.
And so all donations go to these organizations.
Right. Where can people bring donations?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, you can bring it to the event.
To the event. Bring it to the event.
Okay.
So I think what's perfect with this is it's partnering with the military and the National Guard, and that's what Bloom has been strong about, and we support the National Guard and our employees, and we hire a lot of those, and so that made this work perfectly. What I want to reach out and tell everyone is this is a family event, right? It's a very easy, flat course. There will be a lot of runners. The runners of Delaware and region will be there.
And
right?
if you can't run, walk.
But the families with the strollers are there too.
There you go. If you can't run, walk.
We had like 250 last year in our first year. We expect way over 500 this year.
Excellent.
That's what I'm talking about.
So starsandstridesdelaware.com.
Okay.
Go there, sign up.
I love it.
And it's
Come
November
early.
11th.
That's
November
right.
11th.
What's the time?
It's 8 o'clock. You show up. The race starts at 9.
You ready?
Okay.
You wanna
Signed
race?
in. Get your
I will walk.
You wanna
get your
race?
shirt
I'm a walker.
and walk, run.
There you go.
Participate. Kicks off your Veterans Day just the right way.
Yeah.
And a great cause.
Yeah.
Supporting our veterans.
Yeah, and it's healthy.
And it's
After your
healthy.
green juice,
That's
you
right.
just walk.
I'm bringing my green juice, baby. I'm right there. November 11th, put it in my calendar.
Yes.
Yo, and make sure you at home put it in your calendar as well. Again, what's so amazing is, companies, right? But it's not even about the company. It's the people in the company that's saying, look, man, we give it, my words around here is, we give a damn, and this is what we're going to do to help. So thank you both for doing that, putting that together, because and it hits a little different for me now because my son is in the Army, right? And I'm like, stuff, like that sacrifice alone, right? And when you're talking about Stop Soldier Suicide, that is a huge thing, right?
Yes,
It's a huge thing. So any way that we can help, man, we will be there. We would, whatever. Food drive, whatever. I don't care, man, because we need all hands on deck on this, right, to help our community.
Thank you.
Oh God.
No, we appreciate you all giving us time.
No, you got it.
But you continue to serve our community. We thank you for what you do and how you do it. So.
All right, so I'm gonna give you 30 seconds on the community camera, right? This is the community. That's your camera right there. Community camera.
That's you, man.
That's you.
All right, do it together.
You got 30 seconds.
We got 30 seconds on the community camera. I let me just say this, that as Barry alluded, this is part of our culture. To be a part of the community. One of the things that he said initially when he started creating this facility along with others is that community doesn't start inside. It starts outside, and it's about everybody being a part of it. So we continue to look forward to being a part of this community, not only just in terms of developing talent, but also being a part of the fabric of the change that needs to take place as we move forward.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Thank
All right,
you. Thank you,
November
gentlemen.
11th, be there, Star Campus. What time?
8
8 o'clock.
7 o'clock. All right, 7 o'clock.
Don't be late.
Bring non-perishables,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Bring non-perishables. And if you want to bring a donation, bring that too. What the pastor say, we like to change the jingle, but we'd rather to change the fold.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, that's all me. That's nothing to do with Bloom. That's all me. But make sure you go out and support. It's all about community, right?
Right.
And stop soldier suicide and showing honor to our vets, all right? Anything else you want to say? We good?
Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for being
Jonathan.
here.
Thank you.
What's up, everyone? It's your main man, Big Iv, the talk of the town, Mr. DETVCH.com, and I'm here with my wonderful and amazing co-host.
Vincenza.
We just stopped by to tell you to be sure, if you want any information on what's going on in Wilmington and to meet some dynamic people doing some amazing and great things, be sure to watch us live on Good Morning Wilmington on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
Oh, Ivan, 10 a.m.
Which he said, 10 a.m.
Listen to me. That's why he has me here. But yes, tune in live, 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday on Good Morning Wilmington.
DETVCH.com.